Here's 5 reasons why you can't build muscle with calisthenics. Also, I'm assuming you're actually consistent with your routine. Lack of progressive overload. Bro, if you aren't getting stronger, then it's obvious why you aren't building muscle. There are 2 main ways to gain size and strength. Firstly, increase the amount of weight you lift or increase the amount of reps you perform of a certain weight. With regards to calisthenics, this could be adding 1 kilo to your weighted dips or weighted pull-ups. It could also mean gaining 5 kilos on a bulk and still being able to do 12 pull-ups. It could also mean going from 12 reps of 10 kilo weighted pull-ups to 15 reps. I usually resort to adding weight to my calisthenics movements, but you could also find harder variations for each exercise by searching online. Make sure you're writing down the weight or reps of the variation you do somewhere like your notes app or in something like a proper weightlifting app. Lack of sleep. I didn't realize how important sleep actually was for building muscle. I thought 7 hours of sleep on weekdays plus 9 hours on weekends was enough for building muscle, but I was wrong. I shouldn't have to explain why sleep is important since you already know. But just in case, there was actually a 2010 study by the American College of Physicians which shows this. Researchers split the people into 2 groups, one that slept 8.5 hours per night and another group that only got 5.5 hours per night. Both groups had the same calorie deficit. The results were very interesting. Obviously both groups lost the same amount of weight since they had an equal deficit, but the group that got 8.5 hours of sleep lost 55% more fat and retained 60% more muscle. In other words, getting just 2.5 hours less sleep per night means you lose significantly more muscle mass and less fat mass during your cut, making you actually look fatter during a cut. Think about how messed up that is. In order to fix this, aim to be in bed for at least 9 hours since you aren't sleeping for all the time you're in your bed in order to get that 8.5 hours. I was going to make the point that this is unrealistic for some people, but it actually isn't. If you're getting the so-called safe amount of 7 hours of sleep per night, there's no reason you can't find another 90 minutes of wasted time in your day to sleep more. These were the 2 hardest to fix issues. Also, some things to keep in mind. Consume at least 0.7 grams per pound or 1.6 grams per kilogram of body weight. This goal should be easy if you eat a protein source at every meal. Also, originally I thought the goal of a gram per pound of body weight rule was hard and unrealistic to follow, but it's easier than you think if you cut out all carb-based junk food. If you consume 6 eggs for breakfast, 200 grams of beef with veg for lunch, 200 grams chicken and 150 grams beans for dinner, 200 grams of Greek yogurt with berries for dessert plus 20 grams of protein from stuff like potatoes, bread and rice, this equals out to over 200 grams of protein per day, which is plenty for even large adults. Training methods. I found that putting twice as much effort into one muscle group while putting others on maintenance forced myself to grow and progress. Literally some days I'll do 8 sets of just pull-ups, which if I do multiple times a week my pull-up is guaranteed to get better the next week. That's it for today. Just wanted to get a short video out and ultimately be more consistent with uploads. I've got a break coming up, so all my attention that went to current work can hopefully go towards videos.